Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. e5 is a common response that establishes a presence in the center, controls d4, and opens up the queen and dark-squared bishop. The Vienna opening starts with knight c3, which defends the e4 pawn and controls the d5 square. By delaying knight f3, white keeps the option of playing f2, f4. Knight f6 develops the knight, attacks the pawn on e4, and controls the d5 square. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the pawn on e5. Knight c6 develops the knight toward the center, defends the e5 pawn, and controls the d4 square. d4 takes space in the center, attacks the e5 pawn, and allows the dark-squared bishop to develop. Bishop b4 develops the bishop, pins the c3 knight, and prepares to castle. Knight takes e5 captures the pawn and centralizes the knight. Out comes the queen and into the battle. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. This overlooks an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. You exchange pieces of equal value. This overlooks an opportunity to recapture a piece. That was an even swap of material. This misses a better way to capture a knight that was threatening to win material. Smart move, reinforcing your pawn with extra protection. The piece finds a new active square. Developing your bishop strengthens your opening setup. Moving the rook gives black more flexibility in the middle game. Well done, an excellent move. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. Castling on the same side of the board as your opponent is a solid choice. This strikes at the center to fight for space. Very good choice. This creates space for the king to move in case it is attacked. With that move, you chase the bishop away. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. Good job, that's what I would have played too. This wins a tempo by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. Good job defending that rook. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. You offered your opponent an opportunity to exchange pieces of equal value. Right on target. That was a fair trade. Recaptures. This is the way to win material. The bishop is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. You won material by capturing a rook. Takes back. You apply pressure to your opponent's pawn chain. An active king is critical in the endgame, and you trade off equal material. Recaptures. Great, you've developed your last piece, completing your setup. This blocks the attack on a pawn that could have been captured. This is a fine move. A very strong play. Nice, definitely the right move. One of the best moves. Yes, this is the way. This is the strongest option. Well done, an excellent move. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recapturing. Black's knight has moved to a square with greater activity and control. This activates your king in the endgame. Very precise. This move wins a bishop. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This is the way to win a bishop. This undoubles the pawns, fixing the pawn structure. You captured a free bishop. There were worse moves, but also something much better. You move your bishop to a better place, allowing it to control more squares. Right on target. Your move gets closer to checkmate. This is the strongest option. This is the way to win material. You are threatening to force eventual checkmate. This allows the opponent to force eventual checkmate. You can now win with a forced checkmate. This is the way to win a knight. Very precise. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. You won a knight for free. Right on target. You did it. Nice checkmate.